Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Joffrey Noodle Eggs here today. Cheers, hope you're doing well. Just a short little pickup video today. No, it's not my birthday pickup. I will do that after my birthday, because normally on my birthday I tend to get things like vouchers and gift cards and stuff from Amazon, HMV, things like that. So I tend to spend them, and then I'll wait till all that stuff arrives and I'll give you a pickup what I got for my birthday. This pickup one is I went down to Stevenage for a couple of days to see the lad. Not many days, because it's changed now for me and my lad, because obviously I used to go down and spend like a week with him and stuff like that, but now he's working most of the time. He's at work when I go down there, so he works weekends and stuff like that, so I only really got one sort of whole day with him, which was cool, because we went into town to Stevenage and picked up a few bits and stuff and that, and from CEX and things like that, and then we went to see that film The Nun 2 at the cinema, which if you've had a look on my channel, there's a small review about it. So I picked up a few movies, not all horror films actually. I think a couple I think there's one in here that's not horror. Let me have a look. It could be more. No, it's only one. Dear oh dear. Yeah, so the one that I picked up that isn't horror, I got on 4K because I do like the film. It's Sean Connery in The Hunt for Red October. I do love war films or sort of espionage sort of films and things like that, and especially something like this, because there's a bit of a connection with my late father, who used to be a sailor in submarines, and this is based in a submarine. So I picked that up on 4K, and they've just released a Second World War one called U-571, I think it's called, I'm not sure. But that's also based on a submarine. I'll pick that up at some point. But I picked this up at CEX. It's a really good price. It contains the 4K disc of the film, and it's got like a Blu-ray. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad to get that. I've not seen that for years. I used to have it on VHS video back in the X-Rental days and stuff. I bought it as an X-Rental copy years ago in Blockbusters or Video Choices, and I've not really seen it since then, but I remember really enjoying it and viewing it 2 or 3 times, because it was quite an intense sort of experience. Not an action-packed film, but very intense, because most it's all based in a sort of submarine down in the sea. I might even review it. I might do. I'll think about it. Just might not be for everyone's choice. If you're interested, let me know down below and I'll do a review of it. I also picked up on 4K because it's the first time it's been released in 4K, and I believe it's 45th anniversary of the film, and that's Jaws 2. I picked this up again because it was a really good price. I know the American edition is better. It comes with a nice slip case and comes with the Blu-ray and the 4K disc, but here in the UK we just get the 4K disc. But that's fine. So this is the 4K edition of Jaws 2, which will sit along nicely with my Jaws on 4K. These are the only two that are available on 4K. The others you can get on Blu-ray and DVD, but these are the only two that are available on 4K. So it's good to pick that up, and I do like it. It's a really cool sequel. It is pretty much based straight after the first one, and a lot of returning characters in this film. And then number 3 came out, which gets a bit of a bad rap, and I actually like number 3. I think it's really good. I picked up a Blu-ray of a French horror film, because French horror is quite extreme, and I quite like their horror films. And this one is called Switchblade Romance, which is a sort of serial killer sort of slasher film. It's a really cool film. Again, it's something I've not had for a long time. I used to have this again on video, VHS, and I remember buying it. I think it was on Tartan Videos when it came out, because back when VHS was around, Tartan Videos were the company for buying sort of like international films and sort of like world sort of films, and they always had quite a few extreme films, Japanese and French and stuff like that. So I had it then, and I remember really enjoying it. And I've only watched it, I think, once or twice. So it's good to pick that up. That was really quite a reasonable price. It was under a tenner. And I remember it being pretty scary. I'm not going to give you a synopsis or anything until maybe I might review it on the channel. We'll see. I picked up a film from HMV, which is the film that I spoke about earlier in the year that me and the lad went to see at the cinema. And I finally picked it up on Blu-ray because it was at a really good price. And that's Scream 6. And now it's down to a tenner. I thought, wow, okay, that's cool. Because it's normally $14.99, but they've got it down for $9.99. So we picked this up at last because I was not in a hurry to pick this up when it came out, because it came out not long after it came out in the cinema, and I think we've only just seen it. So I'm not in a hurry to pick it up. But when they had it on offer for a tenner, I picked up 2 copies, one for me and one for the lad. So it's good to complete my Scream collection with that one. I was going to get the 4K, but the 4K of it is still £24.99. So I think that's £15 more than that. I think I'll just pick that up. Quite happy with that. I picked up an Arrow title, which is complete. It's the first edition. It came out this year, I believe, and it's The House That Screamed, which is a Spanish sort of thriller, mystery, giallo, horror sort of film. I've not seen it before. Again, it gets quite negative reviews because it's a slow burn. But you know what I'm like, guys. I like the slow burns, and I go into film with no expectations. And in fact, a lot of the time when films get bad reviews, like The Nun 2, so your expectations, I don't have any, are even lower. So when you go in and you actually, you enjoy it, it's like, wow. And so I'm looking forward to watching it, but I don't have any expectations on it. But it is complete. The slipcase comes with a disc, it comes with a booklet, and it comes with a double-sided poster. So it is the first edition, complete, and it was a really good price as well. So it's the original sleeve. So that's pretty cool. So I was glad to pick that up. And some of these titles like this, when they come out, a lot of people rush out and buy them because obviously they collect Arrow videos, and I do too, to a point. I'm not extreme about it, but it's something I'm not sure about, something I've not seen or heard of, like this one. I've never heard of it before then. It's sort of like got the look of an old sort of Hammer film to it, I think. It's like, when I see it, I think, oh, that looks like it's going to be like an old sort of Hammer sort of film. I like the Stagecoach. That's really cool. So I thought, oh, I might enjoy it because I've been watching quite a few Hammers lately. When something comes out, I think, no, I won't pick it up, but I will keep my eye out for it for a second-hand copy if it's in good condition or whatever. Or when it goes down to normal, Arrow, and they've been out a while, and they go in their sale for like £8 sort of thing. Then I pick these sort of titles up. But yeah, I got it because of what was the first edition. It was just around about 10 or something like that, and I thought, yeah, I'll grab that. So that was cool. And the last thing I got is a classic slasher film, quite a sought after, rare film for the UK really. Probably not in the US, but in the UK it's just quite sought after. And if you try and get it anywhere, it's normally quite pricey. I had it on DVD, so I wanted to upgrade it to Blu-ray, and I saw it at a reasonable price, so I grabbed it. And it's Just Before Dawn, which is it's a Woodlands slasher film. If you think of mixing Deliverance with, I don't know, sort of a Wrong Turn, maybe a bit of Friday the 13th sort of thing in it, then you're close to what it's going to be like. So I'm glad to pick this up because this is pretty much sought after. I got it for a reasonable price. It still wasn't very cheap, but it wasn't extortionate. And when I look online, they're normally about 50 to 70 quid for this edition, Just Before Dawn. And I remember, again, I had this on VHS years and years ago when it came out, and I remember quite enjoying it. I remember it's not the most goriest of slashers or the most full on. But I think it's George Kennedy in it. I'm sure he is. Let's have a little look. George Kennedy's in it. Yeah, so that's really cool. And I quite enjoyed it because it was like, it was a bit different to a lot of slashers that are out. It was more like Deliverance, like I said. It was more like an outback sort of woodland area. And I enjoyed those sort of movies, so I picked that up. So they were my pickups. Just Before Dawn, The House That Screamed, Hunt for Red October, Scream 6, Switchblade Romance, and Jaws 2. I did get another movie from my lad for my birthday, but I'm not going to show it in this video. I'm going to show it in my birthday pickup video, and I'm absolutely chuffed with getting this. It's one of the classic horror films of all time, and it's a film that I love, and I've not reviewed on my channel yet, and this is an upgrade for me, so that gives you a few clues of what it is. So I will review it later in the year, but yeah, absolutely dead chuffed to get that from my lad. So I will show you that in my birthday pickup videos. Take care, guys. Oh, love to the lad. It was good seeing you, mate.